Good afternoon, students. This is J. Bhimaraju. So today I'm going to explain double integration method for the cantilever beam subjected to UDL entire span. But this problem is quite different from earlier previous problems. So why? Because in previous problems there is a cantilever beam carrying UDL entire span, but in the problem he wants to find a slope and deflection at a free end. If suppose he wants find a slope and deflection at free end, so in that particular problems you have to find a slope and deflection at free end directly through the formula. So that formula is nothing but I maximum equal to W L cube by 6 EI is the formula, entire span subjected to entire span. But here if you find a slope and deflection at the free end, so you find the slope and deflection at the free end through the formula, that is the I maximum equal to W L cube by 6 EI, and next Y maximum equal to minus W L power 4 by 8 EI. So by these two formulas you can find a slope and deflection at the free end. But here he required slope and deflection. He required slope and deflection at a distance of 2 meters from free end. So this is the different problem from those problems. So these you can find a slope and deflection at the free end through these formulas, by the using of these formulas. But here he required a slope and deflection at a distance of 2 meters from the free end only. So for particular these problem, so today we are going to learn this problem by using double integration method. By using double integration method, you can solve this problem by the derivation of cantilever beam subjected to UDL entire span. So for this question, so today solution is the problem is, let me explain that problem. A cantilever beam 150 mm into 250 mm deep. So that is a rectangular section, nothing but so you can draw a rectangular section of beam. So the deep is nothing but as in given in the problem 250 mm is deep, and next 150 mm is wide. So this is the neutral axis about x axis, and this is the neutral axis about y axis. This is the center of gravity point. And for this particular question, this is a rectangular section and a cantilever beam. One end is fixed, other end is free. So these fixed end denoted as end A, and these free end denoted as end B. And next is 5 meters long. The total span length is 5 meters. So here 5 meters, and carrying a UDL of 40 kilonewton per meter. So the entire span, nothing but entire span. So entire span is nothing but carrying a UDL. That UDL is nothing but a 40 kilonewton per meter. 40 kilonewton per meter is units of UDL load, and kilonewton or newton is the units for point load. And he wants to determine the slope and deflection at a distance of 2 meters from free end. 2 meters from free end. So nothing but he wants to deflection and slope at 2 meters from free end. So this is the free end and this is the fixed end, and this is the 2 meters distance from free end. So here he determine slope and deflection this point. So this point is denoted as C. So nothing but YC equal to how much, and IC equal to how much, nothing but Y at 2 meters equal to how much, and slope denoted letter I at 2 meters equal to how much. Okay, so through this solution we are going to find slope from 2 meters from free end, and deflection 2 meters from free end. So for this particular question, first we doesn't know that where it is maximum deflection occurs. So that maximum deflection occurs point from free end, let assume as distance x. So this distance from free end, not fixed end, from free end. You can assume this distance can also from fixed end. So but for this question I can assume these x distance from free end. So this is the x dash x. So this is the consider a section x dash x at a distance x from free end. That free end is nothing but a b. So for this question, in the problem there is no I value, moment of inertia value, but here given a E value, that is 210 giganewton per meter square. So there is a required to change these units from giganewtons to meter square to kilonewton per meter square. So for the changing these value from giganewtons to meter square to kilonewton to mm square, so for the changing this value, so E equal to Young's modulus, nothing but moment of modulus of elasticity or Young's modulus, E denoted later. So 210 giganewton per meter square. So this is giganewton per meter square. You can change these units to kilonewton per mm square. Why? Because here UDL in the units of kilonewton per meter. So you can change then after these units from meter to mm. But particular for these units, so you can change these units from giganewton per meter square to kilonewton per meter square, mm square. So for this changing, you can multiply with 10 to the power of 3. So these units can changing into Newton per mm square. And then after you can change from newtons to kilonewtons. So for changing of newtons to kilonewtons, you can multiply with 10 to the power of minus 3. So these units can changing into kilonewton per mm square. So 10 to the power of 3 and 10 to the power of minus 3 cancel. So the remaining value is 210 kilonewton per mm square. Kilonewton per mm square is the E value. As in given in the problem. Okay. We are changing that units giganewton per meter square to kilonewton per mm square. And next there is no I value. So I is nothing but moment of inertia. So moment of inertia formula for rectangular section is BD cube by 12. So BD cube by 12 is nothing but a formula. B is nothing but breadth. Breadth is 150 and depth is nothing but 250 cube by 12. So the answer is 150 to 250 cube by 12. And next the answer is 195.31 into 10 to the power of 6 mm power 4. Why? Because here it is mm and meter cube, mm cube, mm and mm cube. So given is mm power 4. And the answer is 195.31 into 10 to the power of 6 mm power 4. So E in the terms in the combination of kilonewton into mm, and I in the combination of mm. So there is no problem with the units. And next these consider value, that is x dash x at a distance of x from free end. So there is all moments of x equal to 0. All moments from x equal to 0. So you can transfer these moments from b to x dash x. So there is only one UDL. So UDL formula is moment formula. UDL moment formula is WL into L by 2. So here WL into L by 2. So WL into L by 2 is nothing but WL square by 2. Okay. So here L is nothing but maximum deflection occurs point. That is nothing but x dash x. So this is assume as x. So instead of L you can substitute these x distance. So mx equal to, this is a downward deflection. Downward deflection is nothing but minus. The formula is WL square by 2. L square by 2. But instead of L you can substitute a maximum deflection distance. So you didn't know that maximum deflection where it is occurs. So then after the solution completed, so you can get a maximum deflection distance. But there is a initial value, you can assume that distance as x. So x square by 2. So you already know, we know that from differential equation, that is mx equal to ei into d square y by dx square. So from the differential equation, mx equal to ei d square y by dx square, and you can substitute these value into first equation number star. So you can substitute, after the substituting this value, you can get ei d square y by dx square equal to minus w x square by 2. So this is the equation number 1. So after getting the equation number 1, so this is a unique equation. So you can integrate these equation in multiple times. First you can integrate this equation. First time you can get a slope equation, and then after integrating again you can get a deflection equation, and you can find a slope and deflection at any point of the section by using that deflection equation and slope equation. And actually we are going to find that equations. So first integrating the equation 1, we can get ei is the constant value. So d square y by dx square integrating dy by dx, and next minus w by 2. So x square integrating is x cube by 3, and plus c1 is the constant value. So we can put a c1 value after the integrating the equation, and multiple times you can integrating the equation, you can put c1x plus c2, and next this is the equation number 2. So equation number 2, after simplification you can write like this: w 2 into 3 6 x cube plus c1 is the equation number 2. So after getting the equation number 2, so this c1 is nothing but a constant of integration. So there is a need to find this constant of integration for the substitution of boundary conditions. So for the knowing of the c1 value, you can apply the boundary conditions. That boundary condition, we know that boundary conditions that is when x equal to L and dy by dx equal to 0. So this is the boundary conditions in equation, substituting in equation number 2. So after substituting equation number 2, you can get dy by dx equal to 0. So this is 0. So 0 into anything, 0, equal to minus w by 6. X is nothing but L cube plus c1. So after substituting, you can get c1 value, that is w L cube by 6 is the c1 value. So after getting this c1 value, so substituting in equation number 2. So after substituting equation number 2, you can get a slope equation, that is ei dy by dx equal to minus w by 6 x cube, and c1 is nothing but plus w L cube by 6. So this is the equation number 3. So this equation number 3 is also called as a deflection equation. So you can find a slope at any point of the section by using this equation. Why? Because in this equation you saw a dy by dx. So dy by dx is the denoted letter for slope, and you can find a slope at any point of the section by the using of this equation. And next but here find a slope and at a distance of 2 meters from free end. So he required a distance from 2 meters from free end. So the distance is nothing but x. So you can substitute x equal to 2 meters and dy by dx equal to I at 2 meters or theta at 2 meters. So you can use any one of these. either I equal to 2 meters, either theta equal to 2 meters. So you can substitute for the getting of slope at 2 meters from free end. You can substitute these value. X equal to 2 meters. Why? Because is in the problem he required a slope at 2 meters from free end. So that's why x equal to 2 meters. If in the problem he can ask 3 meters from free end, you can put just x equal to 3 meters. Either to 4 meters from free end, you can substitute x equal to 4 meters. But this is the same value for every equation. But here is the change. If you asking a 4 meters, here 4 meters. If you asking a 4 meters, here theta equal to 4 meters. You can change by the question only. So this equal to x equal to 2 meters and L equal to, already you know L value, that is the 5 meters. So you can substituting these values in equation number 3, you can get a slope at 2 meters from free end. And next EI. So dy by dx is nothing but theta 2 meters or I 2 meters. So I can use this value I 2 meters. So this is the equation, minus w by 6. X is nothing but 2 meters, 2 cube, plus w. L is nothing but 5 meters. So 5 is the span length, that is the L, span length of meters, 5 cube by 6. So there is a value EI I at 2 meters equal to, W is nothing but UDL load. That UDL load is nothing but 40 kilonewton per meter. That is minus 40 kilonewton per meter by 6 equal to 2 cube meter cube, plus W is nothing but 40 kilonewton per meter. So 5 is the span length. So here meter cube by 6. So these meter and meter cancel. So after cancelling these units, so the solution is minus 40 kilonewton into meter square, that is 2 cube by 6, plus 40 kilonewton into meter square into 5 cube by 6. Okay, so there is a required to change units from meter to mm. For the changing of meter to mm, you can multiply with these 40 into, this span length into 3 cube into 10 to the power of 6. So after multiplying with 10 to the power of 6, these units can changing into kilonewton into mm square by 6 plus 40 into 5 cube into 10 to the power of 6 by 6. Okay, so this is I 2 meters, this is the 40 into 2 cube into 10 to the power of 6 by 6 into EI. So EI is nothing but here is the answer, E 210 kilonewton into meter square. So this is the E, and I is nothing but I is the answer is 195.31 into 10 to the power of 6. 195.31 into 10 to the power of 6. 10 to the power of 6 is the answer. And 6 is the LCM. Here is the 6 is the LCM, and you can adding this value also. So here I equal to 2 meters minus 40 into 2 cube into 10 to the power of 6 by 6 plus 40 into 5 cube into 10 to the power of 6 by 6 by EI. So EI is nothing but 210 is the E value, and 195.31 into 10 to the power of 6 is the I value. So these units is kilonewton into mm square. So here units is kilonewton into mm square. So these units don't cancel. So there is a no units. Radians is the units for slope. So I at 2 meters equal to, so you can enter this value into Calci, that is 40 into 2 cube into 10 to the power of 6 by 6. So this is the answer, minus 533.33 plus 40 into 5 cube into 10 to the power of 6 by 6. Five cube into 10 to the power of 6 by 6. So this is the answer, 83.3 by 210 into 195.31 into 10 to the power of 6. So I equal to 2 meters equal to minus this value, 5 7 8 by 210 into 195.31 into 10 to the power of 6 by 'So the answer is I at 2 meters equal to 0.0725 radians. So this is the I at 2 meters. So in this video, so first you can find a slope at 2 meters from free end. So this is the answer, 2 meters from free end. This is the answer. And in next video we are going to find a deflection at 2 meters from free end by using these equation. Okay.